Hi, everybody. I caught the live today between Melody and Dr. Shanita Foster. I think that's her name. I like the interview. They asked a lot of questions that Miss Shanita, Dr. Shanita asked a lot of questions that we was wondering. Because we had half a story, not the whole story. And I love Dr. Shanita for asking those questions, and I appreciate Mel taking out the day of her time to answer the questions. They talked about mental health. They talked about did she like Shari, or how she feel about Shari, and then she talked about Stormi, their friendship. You know, Dr. Shanita remember Melody being nice to her, you know, Stormi being nice to Melody and all of that. So they was talking about how the friendship broke up and things that led to that. The depression part was, I get it. Did it, done it, sat in the closet and just sit there and just boo-hoo and cry. And sometimes people don't understand that situation when you in it, and they be like, oh, get over it. Do this. You can't tell nobody when to get over they hurt. Then they talked about she was asking Melody, would she go back with Montel if he get himself together and all of this. It was just a lot of questions and answer that we've been looking for. And I appreciate Melody being open up and Dr. Shanita's for asking her these things. Y'all know I get names messed up. I think I got this one together. I'm gonna call her Dr. Foster. She was married to an NFL player. I don't know who. I like how she do it. She don't call no names. She speak on herself. And I liked about that. Nobody never knew she was divorced because she didn't tell anybody. So what I'm about to say is alleged. It's for entertainment only. It's for he, ha, ha. We pray. We laugh. We cry. We love over here. Y'all know I'm on my 30 days, 30, 30. Dirty 30. Dirty, dirty, 30. Dirty, dirty, 30. Dirty, dirty, 30. I'm going to do Bear Collector tomorrow because this video was like 85 minutes long. I'm trying to put it together. I just took out some of the important parts. So I'm trying to put this together. I think it's 21 minutes on one and 20 minutes on another one. I'm going to see if I can get it 40 minutes together. If I can't, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to do part one, part two, but I'm going to try to get this together as 40 minutes all together, y'all. So, here go the video right here. If nobody told you that they love you, Auntie love you, subscribe. Push that like button, ring that bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. If you haven't placed your order today, place your order. Get your t-shirt. Nobody but God got us up this morning, and don't forget to thank him for getting you up this morning. Okay? Don't forget to order your t-shirts. God don't play about me. And don't remember, nobody but God got you up this morning. Love y'all. Stay tuned to the end. Look at the video.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be so much fun. Hey everyone. Hey y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, how are y'all doing? Hey. Come on, come on, come on. You guys already know. Y'all already know what time it is today. We are literally waiting for the beautiful Dr. Shanita Foster to come up in here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hey! Alright, so here's what I want y'all to do really quickly. If you can hear me, okay, I want y'all to drop some hearts so I can make sure before we get this thing going, the sound is great, everybody can hear, and we're good. Because something tells me that this is about to be a live that you don't want to miss. Okay? Something tells me that. The depths of my soul. The depths of my soul. Okay, so y'all are dropping hearts. So that tells me y'all can hear me very well. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and bring in none other than my grandpa saying, really quickly, do this for me. If you can, go ahead and put in your story, post in all the groups you in, okay? Let everyone know that we're about to get raw and real over here on this live today, okay? Because I already have a feeling Shanita ain't about to hold back. She's going to ask whatever she wants to ask. Now, whether or not she gets the answer, that's different. But something tells me that this is what it's going to be. So go to your groups. Let everybody know we are live. Get over here. Get over here, okay? Post it on your story. Whatever you need to do, tag me, post it on your story. We are live, okay? Somebody said, I've seen 2 people, I think, say my sound is super low, but everybody else is, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, there we go. My volume wasn't all the way up. Maybe that was a part of the reason. Okay, it's up now, so that should be a lot better. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I'm gonna get her in. All the way up. My bad. Thank y'all for letting me know.
Girl,
So,
I want a filter too. Wait, let me find me a filter, child. Is this gonna work? That's better.
what? You already look pretty. How are you doing? Hold on, I'm gonna go to this beach.
Not
so
she
y'all can hear all
on
that.
vacation on the call. I can't with this lady. I can't. Let me get myself. You didn't say you was gonna be out of town on vacation. Just gave me another question to ask. Don't even worry about it.
Kind of what I like to do these days. I like to be on vacation.
Who gets to go first? I get to ask the questions first, and then you go.
Well, okay, so I thought about that. First of all, you look so pretty. I love your hair like that, Shanita. I love your hair. And when we get off this live, I want to tell you this. I found a video that you and I did years ago, cutting up. We were out at a restaurant in Atlanta outside. I don't know if you remember. We were outside, okay, and we was over there cutting up, and you were recording, and we was doing all these movements, looking all cute. I'm gonna post that just so that people can understand that this is a true friendship. We are actually really friends, like I like to say, in real life, real time. Real life, real time, okay? So I was thinking, instead of us maybe doing a few minutes you, a few minutes me, maybe we can have it more conversational like, and as it leads to certain questions you want to ask, you can ask
I'm ready.
And vice versa.
You know, I've been waiting for this for the last couple of days. I'm comfortable, I'm ready. I ain't even go to my normal spot. I said, let me get on the couch, so I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I got a drink, I got my shot ready. You want to talk about my shot? I'm going to take a shot. I'm ready.
Okay, well, we're going to do this. So, Shanita, first thing I want to do is lead in with, you have a book, Girl, I'm Not Tripping, I'm Depressed. And depression definitely is something that's big, even in the Black community, but it's not talked about, right? What was one of your first signs when you realized that you were actually depressed?
So my depression happened in 2014 going into 15. And I think social media is like light years ahead, right? Where we are now from back to 14, 15. And I just remember, like, I'm not a huge crybaby. Like, I'm not a person. Only time I was really crying was like when I was pregnant. You know, you just cry for no reason. And I kept feeling emotional. And the biggest thing for me was not being able to control my emotions. Meaning, if I can't control how happy I want to be, how sad I want to be, I knew it was an issue. I would wake up in the morning and I would just feel low. And everything that I tried to do to bring back my happiness, it wasn't working. So that was like one of the true telltale signs to be like, something is wrong, like something is off, because I can't find my happy. And I hear people say that all the time. Like, you know, when you're trying to find your happy, you might go shopping. You might call your girlfriends to go hang out. You know, you might take a trip. You know, for some of us, I'm not a drinker, but if I'm low, I'll grab a bottle of beta, something to be like, okay, I couldn't pick myself back up. And that was the first sign.
Wow. And so, based on the title of your book, were some of your friends thinking you just tripping? Oh, she tripping. Oh, she acting funny. Oh, she this, that, and the other. And you like, girl, I'm not tripping. I'm depressed.
The
Is that
title
how that
came
title came
Detroit
about?
Girl. And we use the word tripping all the time. Like, you tripping. And it's funny because we used to always say auntie was tripping, uncles was tripping, not knowing that there was something going on mentally. And I threw my best friend under the bus. Shout out to Ray. She's in the book because she came over my house one day and she was coming to borrow something, by the way. And I was sitting in a closet crying, and no flex, no brag, but it's a big closet. And so she walked in my closet and I literally was sitting on the floor crying. And my best friend going through clothes, shopping, looking for bags, looking for shoes. And I'm crying, crying, crying. And when I was coming out of my depression, I was getting help. I asked her one day, I said, let me ask you a question. You came over my house. I'm crying. I'm in the closet when you get there crying. I said, you didn't see a sign. My own best friend was like, I was looking at you like I see Gucci, Louis, Birkin, Fendi. What is she crying about? I thought you were just tripping. And so the title of the book was like, girl, I'm not tripping, I'm depressed, because anybody that I asked that was close to me, their mindset was, oh, she's just tripping. And I think we say that about people, like, she acting up, or she acting out, or she acting funny. I even tell my business people now, I'm like, if I spaz out on you for a reason, the back of your mind should say something's going on mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because that's not that person's behavior.
Yeah. I love that. Wow. So it's also an obligation for us as friends to pay attention to our friends, right? To see, like, no, that's not normally that person. Something else is going on. What's going on? And then in that moment, show up. Not to go shopping in your closet, but show up as that friend. I got you. To be like, girl, what's going on? Right?
P. Henson just said that in an interview I was watching the other day. And she said, I love that I got pull-up friends, that they heard something in my voice, or they felt something in the text. And ironically, the person who came to get me out of the closet is going to be a little controversial. Some love her, some like her, some hate her. But hey, I'm one of the godparents to her children. Sabrina from the Glam University was the person that came and got me, because she called me and she said she could tell in my voice something was wrong. And I'm the godparent to one of her children. She'll tell her whole story. I kept her son when she was incarcerated, and literally we're very close. I'm very close to her child. And she wanted to bring her child to me. Girl, everybody come stay at my house. Everybody bring the kids. And so she said she could tell in my voice was something was wrong. So she didn't want to bring honor. So she said she called me the next day because she wanted to drop him off. And she said she just knew something was in my voice. And she was the person, she pulled up at my house. I had on funky pajamas. My favorite Uggs got a hole in it. She was like, let's go take a ride. And I remember we went to this park in Atlanta. She never tell nobody the name. It's a hidden gem. If they knew about it in Atlanta, everybody would be there. But it has like some waterfalls or something. You got to know her spirit. She came outside. She lit some candles. She said, what's wrong? I said, I don't know. And I sat there and cried for hours. She drove me home. When she got to my driveway, she said, well, I'm going to come over here every day until we figure it out. So she was one of the pivotal people. I owe her that. Through all her nonsense, her rants, what people like, don't like, she is the person that came and got me out the closet. And she came and got me every day. And we went and sat at that park every day until I broke down. And then I was like, this is what I don't like. This is what's going on. This is how I feel. And that's when I was able to recognize that through all the money, through all the cars, through all the success, through all the kids, I had to tell her that a few days before that, I attempted to kill myself. So she was one of the people that was like, all right, now it's time to get some help. How are we going to come from this? And loved me so much so, I was in the process of coming out of a depression. That girl still made me come speak at her event for over 500 people. So she called me and was like, oh, you coming to speak at my event? I was like, I'm coming out of a whole depression. I'm getting myself together. She said that's even better. She said it's gonna be a room full of broken people and people that need help and they need your truth. So you gonna come speak to them people and you gonna come talk to them. And she made me go speak.
Wow. Oh my gosh, girl, I teared up a little bit with you sharing that story. It's because, you don't come across people that genuine and that caring and who look past self enough to even see that somebody else is hurting. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that just in your voice, her spirit connected in a way to be able to pick up that something was shaking in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of friend that we need, right? That's the kind of sister that we need. That's the kind of sisterhood that we need, where we are literally really on the battleground. Because in that moment when she picked you up every day, she was on the battleground with you.
But they don't know that's how me and you met. Because I just got chills back before everybody was crying on social media. I think I was one of the first people to ever do it, y'all. I woke up one day and I think it was after that, and I was having a horrible day. Like, I was having a horrible day. And I think people they miss it when you live in the spotlight. Because some of y'all not old enough to know, I did TV light years ago. My whole life was in front of the world. Thank God it wasn't the social media we have now. I couldn't even live through Twitter. I don't know what I would have did if I had to live through Instagram on TV, because Twitter almost took me out. And I remember I woke up that day and I was crying so bad. And I was like, I just want to be a human. I just want to make it. Like, I have real problems like everybody else. And I got on live and I was crying on live. Like, I'm having a horrible day. My kids getting on my nerves. I'm tired. Things not going right. Before it was the male that y'all see on TV on the #1 show on network, she slid in my DM and she said, "Hey girl," she said, I don't remember, I gotta go find that message, but she said, like, "I'm praying for you. I felt your tears." And we started our social media relationship and we just started talking and, sharing. She's a mom, I'm a mom. And then just fast forward, a genuine friendship can be built through social media because we met each other through social media, but it was through one of those moments. It wasn't on I need something from you, you need something from me, let's collaborate, let's make some money. It was on some real human, woman to woman. I'm a mother, you're a mother, we're going through things. How can we support each other?
That's right. Come on, Shanita, let the people know. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So now I'm going to get into a little bit of a messy piece of this, okay? And that is very true. But I'm going to get into a messy piece of this now. Was it depression before?
No, that was way before. That's facts. So let me tell you. Why it was the before. And only people that's on this live know this, because I have not made a public service announcement, a post, a Instagram, a Facebook, a tweet, a interview, none of that about me being divorced. That's just not who I am. I have children who could probably hear me. They're old enough at this point now. But I have always lived my life to only tell my part of the story. I'm one of them people, I ain't telling my mama's side. I ain't telling my kids' father's side. I never expose other people. I'm allowed to tell my truth. I'm not allowed to tell their part of the story. But I went through a depression. It was a big part of the financial. We were going through the transition. Most people don't know NFL stands for not for long. And it was not for long, even though 10 years was a long time in the league. And so my depression came when I saw the world not only turn their back on him, but turn their back on me. Meaning that for athletes, the best way I can explain it is somebody been screaming this man's name every day since he was 6 years old. Go, you the best, you're amazing, you're awesome. And then you wake up one day and nobody says your name ever again in life. That people don't understand how that is to swallow that pill. People don't understand how it is to be able to have the world at your fingertips. Everybody want to help. And then everybody goes silent when you can't give them a football ticket or a basketball ticket, or you can't get them in an event. So we had that piece of it. People that I thought were my friends, or even my family that I thought was I got people that don't call me ever. But when it was a football ticket or a Super Bowl or an all-star to be had. They was at every Christmas, every birthday, every Thanksgiving. The second
Real by Melodishold.
mine, lose your why, you lose your way. I was losing my why because I'm a true philanthropist. I have given over. Now, he was mad at this in the divorce. I have given over, documented $3 million of my personal money. So that means whenever I want to do a project, whenever I want to build a school, whenever I want to do an orphanage, I dug in my bank account and I took it out. Those children upstairs don't have college funds because I cashed in their 529s. A 529 is where you put money for your children to have a college education that the government does not tax that money, so you can hold it there, right? If no one ever took, I took them kids' money and spent the money because I'm like, if God gave it to me once, he could give it to me again. They young, they 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I get the money back again. So in the transition of us changing livelihoods, I was no longer able to serve. And when I couldn't serve and I couldn't give, my whole entire spirit just dropped out of my body because God birthed me as a server. And at the time, I didn't know how to serve without giving all of my personal. Now I know how to ask. I'm asking y'all for some money, and I don't even feel bad about it. I be like, can I get $5 for some sanitary napkins? Because I ain't gave $3 million. So I know you could give me $5. So when I was in the depression, it was trying to balance what is this transition, trying to keep him from wanting to off himself, trying to maintain my children on a level of lifestyle that now has to change. And now throw in there, I can't even be and do what God called me to be. I don't want to be here no more. I might as well just die. What am I here for? I can't do what God asked me to do. I can't provide the way I want to provide. My happiness is gone. My joy is gone. So what's the purpose of living? If you don't have a purpose or a why or a reason to live, what are you living for?
Come on now. Come on now. I love that. I'm gonna turn
Good,
the
so
floor
we
over
get to
to
the
you.
good stuff. I'm
I love it.
ready. She wanted to do all that crying.
No, that was no.
No, it's some great.
Good stuff.
It is the
Like,
core of who I am because people think I'm mean. People think I'm closed off. I protect my spirit now, and because of who I am, I have to make sure I guard because I'm so open to bring everybody into my life. I want to save everybody. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to make money, and unfortunately, the world is not set up that way. People just want to take. You know, when I ordered your skincare line, I didn't call mail and say, can I get a discount? I waited for a special though. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hood rich. I waited for the special to go up and then I ordered my products just like everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like you have to give and plant the seeds that you want in life before you can never receive. See, the problem is people don't want to put seeds in the ground. They just want something. They want something to happen. They want to do that, what they call it, pick your brain. They want to ask for something for free. They want to come into the network and not even put nothing in the ground. So you have to plant a seed in the ground. So I'm about to get to my question. I'm about to take a shot. And by the way, you know I was going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. People keep asking me, why am I so tied to this alive juice? It was because I was living and I wasn't alive. And when I realized that your health is really your wealth, and going through cancer with my daughter has stage 3 ovarian cancer. Going through cancer with my daughter, going through the things that are on site, can't tell my daddy's story, but what my dad is going through now, watching people disintegrate in front of us because of their health. So you gonna give me a product called Alive and I almost wasn't living? Oh baby, you don't have to pay me to promote it because I'm gonna tell the whole world freely and effortlessly, if you're living and you're not alive, you need to get alive. So I'm gonna take a shot and now I'm about to give y'all this tea with melody. Hold on.
I'm gonna have my shot too. I'm gonna have my shot too.
I'm gonna get you some live when you get back. Now let's talk. Because I got some questions, man. So here's question number 1. I never watched a TV show in my life. People like they think I'm lying. Like if we did a lie detector, I've never watched this show. Not one, not even a half of an episode. Because I don't even know how to get on my TV. That's just the truth. So what I need to understand when I scroll through Instagram.
I'm gonna have my shot too. I'm gonna have my shot too.
I'm gonna get you some live when you get back. Now let's talk. Because I got some questions, ma'am. So here's question number one. I never watched a TV show in my life. People like they think I'm lying. Like if we did a lie detector, I've never watched this show. Not one, not even a half of an episode. Because I don't even know how to get on my TV. That's just the truth. So what I need to understand when I scroll through Instagram, and I want to know why you think this, that they show these suggested posts that all of a sudden people went from loving you. I'm talking about they was like, Mel, I love you. You're amazing. You great. To now I'm starting to see posts, you a mean girl. You nasty. We don't like her no more on the show. And I think I even called and text a couple times like, what's going on over there? Why these people don't like you? And you ain't really respond. So I want to respond. I want you to respond to the people. Why do you think some of public perception is they don't like you?
So, first, let me say, honestly, maybe these are just now becoming the suggested posts for you, but out of the gate, I had people who loved me and I had people who didn't like me. I had people who saw me come in with this blonde swoop, thin figure, had the husband and these beautiful children and this home and these businesses. And I think a lot of people felt some kind of way. I don't like to use the word jealousy, but who didn't even know me. And they looked at the outer of me and in some kind of way felt some kind of way. So I've always had people who just love me and people who didn't like me. The mean girl, I think, comments that you see now, or that I'm mean or I'm nasty and this and that, is because I've gotten to a place where I'm speaking up for myself. I'm moving how I feel, meaning if I feel some kind of way regarding you, I'm not about to put on for the camera for you, if that makes sense. So then that comes off as, oh, she's being mean, rather than us as Black women understanding that it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay not to smile in the face of people who don't mean good. Like, it's okay not to shake hands with the enemy. It's okay, you know what I'm saying, to be like, nah, I'm good with that. You ain't welcome to this event, so I'm putting you out. Or whatever the case may be. You walked in this meeting, tried to shake my hand, no thank you. Like, we're so used to putting on. And even though we know this person may not have our best at heart, may not want what's best for us, may not really be on our team, so to speak, but we still supposed to smile. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Hi. Oh, how about no, right? And I think that is where, because I am showing how I feel, it's, oh, she's mean. She's a mean girl. And she's this, people who know me in real life, I've never had people who really know me in real life, like for real, outside of TV, say I'm a mean girl. To be true with you, people who are on this platform with me or on this show, they never called me a mean girl.
Yeah,
before we fell out. I was never a mean girl.
So
I was never.
This is a great transition, because now I got my truth. We're gonna find out the truth right here, right now. So I flew.
Oh wait.
This lady got her whole butt out. See, this is why these people don't like her on some days. She be bothering the good people. I can't see the comments that y'all making because we live. So I'm gonna have to go back and read all these comments after the live, because my scroll is not scrolling up. So I don't know what the comments are saying. Y'all need to take a shot of a live though while we waiting for her to come back. Y'all need to go. What is my, I don't even know my website. Oh, I think it's Health and Wealth with Dr. Shanita. Y'all need to get a live while Melody got her butt out, okay? I'm gonna tell her. But just Google Macaroon. You'll know why I'm alive, okay? Okay, listen. True story. The butler. I'm gonna get this. This is a fact, and you don't know I was gonna ask you this, but it's bothering me because I don't like it. So I flew to Huntsville when you were filming for I think last year before last. I don't know what year it was, but I met that girl. What's the girl? Well, you might not want to say her name. The girl that owned the hair care line. And somebody typed the girl name. You want to say the girl name? What's the girl name? Okay, so keep listening. So, yes, okay. So I met this girl. Now, again, I don't watch the show, so you're going to have to help me. The girl was nice. Mel brought this lady to this event. I'm talking about, I felt like you shifted the whole event to make sure that she was comfortable because she was pregnant and we were outside. I watched you serve the girl. I watched you give her your whole platform of people that were there to talk about herself and her business and what she had going on and all of those things. And I'm a real person. I watch real interaction. And in that moment, and I seen her and I met her and I listened to her speak, I felt there was a genuine either connection or friendship or association. I don't know what it was because that was my first time meeting. But again, I'm on social media and I'm scrolling and they're going off about the girl. And I'm like, well, who's the girl? So you know me, I got to play the social media game because I'm not watching the TV show. I refuse. I know you in real life. I can just call you. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. Is this the girl who, like, is this the girl that you was nice to, but now all of a sudden she on the show and now she got a problem with you? Am I off? Or you gotta explain to me what's going on because I want to know what's going on.
Okay, girl, you got it. And y'all, she has not asked me. This is so crazy. So you've been holding
because I
want
to be messy. I'm like, are they friends? Are they not friends? Like last time I seen y'all was friends. And you were nice, and I seen you catering and getting fans and giving a girl cold beverages, and like everybody was moving. Team Stormi, let me help this lady because she's pregnant, and we cut some speakers so she could speak. And so I'm lost because if I'm your friend, I need to be your friend publicly, privately, and on TV. So I'm trying to figure out what had happened.
Okay. Good question. So yeah, that is Stormi. So there were a few people there. You remember Mimi was there as well. So so no, Stormi was pregnant at the time. It was my Mimosas with Melody event. So whenever we wrapped last season, there were some things that happened that caused me to change my number and caused me to really go within, like to the point where the only people who had my number was about 5 people. Even production didn't have my number. It was a big and because like she didn't hear from me, I can only share what was shared with me. Because she wasn't hearing from me and didn't have my number, she felt some kind of way about that. I saw her at the reunion. We spoke. We hugged.
That's your Wi-Fi. Not my Wi-Fi.
I saw her at the reunion. She froze. My
you went on the island.
But
I'm frozen.
So,
I'm not frozen. Hold on a second. I don't want to go out and leave this live. Hold on. Let me see something.
Okay.
Am I still frozen? Am I frozen?
Yes, you frozen.
Yeah.
Spinning in a circle. If you go out, I can.
But then I won't be able to save it. Will it save? Oh, but it was on your live, so it should save.
Right. Yeah. And it's spinning anyway. You ain't talking. You ain't moving.
Okay, I'm gonna go out. Wait, Single Glow said you are not frozen. Somebody said we're not frozen, so I'm not going out.
Okay, don't go out. I'm frozen, but if they say you're not, that's cool. I can't see you. Just know that, but that's okay with me. So the reunion happened. I spoke to her. Told her she looked beautiful. Then when we changed, that was October. So October is the reunion. We started filming in December. December, our first thing we had together. Even when production flew in and met with us, they were asking how is everything with different cast members. Her name came up. I was like, I said, I haven't talked to her in a while, but we're good. She's fine. There's no issues with and I. And then we started in December, and that's when I heard at Kimmy's party the issue with her not having my number and how she wasn't going to DM me. And then the stuff came out about how her mom had been feeling about me and what she'd been saying. So it just put even more of a distance, I would say, between us and our relationship. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting, for sure. But you know me, like I'll just move on and let things go and keep moving and live my life, do my thing, and not worry too much about things that
okay. And then here's my other question, because I think people don't understand. And what am I gonna say? So it's you, Mel, going in and out. I don't want you to stop the live, but it's going. They say they can see me. It's you. I told you it's you because you on that. So let me see. Say something again. Yeah, it's a little off. You breaking up just a little bit. You're going to a hotel.
Let me feel.
Oh my gosh, now her whole thing's spinning. Don't you lose it?
Yeah, girl.
I can hear you good now. We're going to see if it keep you. I think it's just, okay. So, I got a couple questions in me. I need you to explain to people, because I think people don't get it, and I'm so far removed from television, right? And I tell people that when you're on TV, you have to live through everything that you're going through mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sometimes even financially, multiple times. To have to go through a divorce, a separation, and public. Can you tell them, because I know you kind of said it, but from like for real, on a for real perspective, can you tell them what it felt like were you really hurt? Because some people be like, oh, well, she didn't really care like that, or she got over it too quick, or she moved on too fast. And I think they just seeing it from the perspective from television. Were you really, really hurt? Like, were you like really sideswiped? Like, yo, this is not what I really wanted for my marriage or for my kids.
Okay. Oh, God dang. So by the time I left for good in April 2020, by the time I left, I was already removed, if that makes sense. Before 2020, when things were happening, my heart was shattered. I was broken. I was hurt. I spent, I've shared this publicly before, like you, I spent many a days in the closet crying. It was devastating. It was devastating to see and think that what I worked and had been building with someone all this time was shattering, right? Was coming to end. And then at times you would have those moments of hope where it seemed like things were getting better. Because at the end of the day, you want your family to work, right? So it would seem like things were getting better. So you're like, okay, we got this. We're going to make it through this. It's just a storm we went through. We good. Then for your heart to be broken again. And I think what happened, Shanita, my heart had gotten broken so many times prior to 2020. So much disappointment prior to 2020 that by the time I left in 2020, I really didn't care no more. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was numb to that whole situation. Like it got to the point where it was just like, you know what? Whatever, God gotta have better for me, because I've gone through this for 3 years and this has been crazy. You know what I'm saying? I've been heartbroken. I've cried. I've prayed. I've done all of this only to continue to be disrespected and walked over and disrespected by more than one person. So by the time 2020 hit, why you see me now so quickly in a place of happiness, in a place of joy and light, is because literally it was a burden lifted at that point. Like I walked away knowing I would never go back. And I never went back to him. I never did. I never had a desire to I never thought about it. It ain't been no rendezvous, no hookups or nothing. It has not been any of that.
So if he got himself
So when
all the way back together, because I got another question you might not answer. But say, for instance, he went away, he got himself together, went to go get some therapy, you know, some extra Jesus sprinkled on top of him, and he came back and said, okay, I want to try this again for our family. You just saying I'm done. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question you might not like, but if you answer, then it's good, because I want to know. So we said we're going to keep it 100. So I live in Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. I run around and I see so many celebrities, some friends, some associates. This is factual. So we're going to get all the facts straight. So I go to, I think it was like a Christmas party or Thanksgiving. I think it was Friendsgiving or something, right? And I walk in, I'm going to say the names because I don't owe my loyalty, but to nobody who I'm loyal to. So I'm on here with Mel. And I run into Sheree. Now, Sheree's friends with Ebony, a lecturer, they're really, really close friends, right? And some other people that were in the room. And I seen her and I hug her and I do the normal, hey girl, hey, what we do in Atlanta, took some pictures. Now, Mel say this wasn't the reason that I was on ice, but I had took a picture with Sheree and I think I might have posted it in my stories. I don't think it's on my page, but I think I posted it in my stories. So when I didn't hear from Mel, I'm thinking Mel shaded me. I'm like, this when I first seen it, because I didn't know. Again, Instagram is giving me my news, which is bad, y'all. But I finally see, okay, I think they dating, might be dating, still dating. I don't know. My only question, woman to woman, that I want to know, are you annoyed or don't like Sheree? Or do you feel a certain way about Martell? Because to me, I feel like once we're divorced or removed or we're not together no more, the other person is free to date whomever they like, whomever they choose. Now, when you have children in the mix, like me, I triple dog dare somebody to introduce some of my kids to somebody, because y'all gonna see me on Oprah, ESPN, CNN, Fox. I'm talking about I'm going out with a bang. I can say that out loud. We're not doing no children introductions. But I just want to know, like, the truth. Like, do you feel a certain kind of way about this lady? You don't care? The media playing games? Like, do you like her or don't like her? I just want to know. So then I know how to proceed.
Okay, cool. So first, let me say this. I promise I don't even know the picture you're referring to. And you brought it up the other day. I would love for you, if you get a chance, to go to your archives, your story archives, and find that picture and see if I saw it. Because I don't think I saw it. Like, honestly, I don't think I even saw it. But I don't have a problem with Sheree. I do not. I think that people have been trying to create a problem with Sheree and I. And I don't know her to have a problem with her. This lady has done nothing to me. I've never hung out with her. I saw her one time when I was speaking in Birmingham. She had a booth set up on the floor. I was walking around patronizing all the businesses there. She was doing, I think, for her book. But I don't have I've always thought she was beautiful. Like, I've always, I used to watch Housewives, of course, too. I'm only 37, so I used to watch Housewives. That was a show to watch. I always thought she was beautiful. I don't even know her to have a problem with her. She's done nothing to me. She ain't never said nothing out the way to me. She ain't never called my phone or text me nothing. It's never been no issue. I think that people want it to be an issue. I think we're so used to pitting Black women against each other that seems to be okay. If we get them two going at each other, that'll be something. I'm not about to do that. I'm just not. Like, my womanhood doesn't allow me to do that. She's done nothing to me. So I don't have an issue with her whatsoever. I don't have.
Because you done froze again. You froze a little bit again. I think that Jesus said move on because you froze. I want to address a comment that I seen go past, right? Somebody said, oh, I thought this call was going to be about love and self-care. This is about love and self-care. I believe that as women, as friends, when we have transparent conversations, that is love and womanhood and self-care. again, a lot of people that are in these comments are making comments pressing upon what you think you know, what you see on TV, or what you've seen on. So I took this opportunity about things that I saw or I don't know. She started off by talking about mental health. So I think it's a balance call because I'm a lot of people. You know, I get prejudged. People pre-assume so many things about our life. So I was like, yo, let's have a transparent conversation, be it about kids or women or on TV or what I've seen on the blogs. I want people, and I just got chills, to stop saying that self-care is only about the light and the fluffy stuff. So self-care is about